Okay, so at this point I have stamped my image using my archival ink in sepia, and now I'm ready to begin coloring my image. And to do that, I'm going to start with my, ooh, you can't see it, it's Neo Color, and it is water soluble wax pastels, and this is in color salmon. So I'm going to start by outlining her and just shading in certain areas. I'm not being neat or anything like that. I just want to cover the whole surface of the face with the water soluble pastels. Okay, let me show you. And along with that, I like to mix it up and use a couple of different shades to give a more realistic look. So for that, I'm going to use this Karen color. It's like a really light yellow. So I'm going to shade in some areas where I think there should be some shading, like on the nose area, under the eyes, and I'm doing it just really lightly because once I add water, they're gonna get a little darker. Now, if you notice on my stamp, I didn't actually stamp the whole face like it is here. I didn't stamp the whole nose part or the lip right here, this line here, and the bottom lip and the ears, because I'm not gonna need all that. I want to make it look a little bit more realistic, and since I cannot erase it part of it because it's on archival ink, it makes it a little more tricky to manipulate. So now at this point, I'm going to take a brush, and I like using makeup brushes simply because they're a little easier for me to control and to carry with me in my purse and stuff like that. And I really like the shape of the bristles, and they're very inexpensive. I just bought me a little set at the dollar store, and it comes with different types of brushes. So I'm gonna go get some water, and I'm gonna come back and start coloring the face. Okay, crafty friends, so now we're ready to do the background, and I'm going to teach you guys in this tutorial how I do my used dryer sheet fabric texture for my backgrounds. And all I'm using is these used dryer sheets, I have my mixture of glitter, and these are just different types of sizes of glitter that I mix together with some sticky embossing powder. And I have I like using makeup brushes and my all-time favorite Liquitex Basics Gloss Gel Medium. This is great as a glue, it's great as a sealer, it's just really great product. And I'm also using a 12 by 12 nice thick chipboard. So the process is for me to just add one thin layer of my medium gel, and on top of the layer of that I'm gonna fix my dryer sheets like this, just letting them fall how they fall. And I'm just gonna, you know, tap it like this, make sure everything is nice and glued down, and I'm gonna start that and I'll be back. Okay, so you can see I have down one nice layer of medium gel, and it can be any type of glue, it can be any type of clear drying glue, it can be your Elmer's glue, just any type of glue, and any type of medium gel is fine. And just kind of pounce it down like this. Make sure that every inch of the dryer sheet is nicely adhered to my chipboard. So I'm going to continue. Okay, so here I finished adhering my dryer sheets, and before my medium gel dries, I sprinkled glitter all over the surface of my chipboard. So this is how I begin the process. Next, I'm going to start adding my color sprays randomly, and then putting the picture together and adding all the embellishments. So if you guys ever wondered how I get my glittery backgrounds, this is how I do it. I use white and clear because they take well to color. So let's go to the next step by adding the color sprays. Okay, so at this point I've added my layer of dryer sheets. I've added one layer of glitter, which you can see there. Now remember to add your glitter. If you're going to add it, you have to add your glitter immediately after you have added your dryer sheets. Reason being is that the dryer sheets are soaked in multi-medium gel or glue or whatever kind of adhesive you've used, and that is going to allow you to be able to adhere all the glitter that you sprinkle on top of your project. As you can see here, you can see where I've sprinkled randomly my glitter. Once the glitter is on there, you kind of press it down like this with your finger gently, just to make sure that it's all stuck onto your dryer sheets. And right after that, I added one layer of color sprays, and I'm going to be using shades of pink and corals and like orangey and a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue in this project. So really quick, I'm going to be using Cotton Candy Pink. This is Cocklebell's Coral. I like this one. That's the first one that I used, and you can see how beautiful it, the mica powders are in this color spray. Really nice shimmer. Also, I'm going to be using California Poppy Gold, Mango Mania, Frenchie's Pink Puff, and Tiffany Lee Blue. So these are all the color shades that I'm going to be using for this particular project. And my next step is to continue spraying randomly till the background looks a little bit kind of like what I'm envisioning for this particular project. It's not going to look perfect immediately, and once you add your image and your embellishments, it's not going to totally look completely finished. On top of all your image and your embellishments, you're going to come back again with the same shades of sprays that you use, and you're going to randomly spray your whole canvas one last time with all the colors that you used. And that is going to tie in your whole project. So my next step is to continue color spraying, and I'll be back once I'm done doing all of that, and we'll be ready to add our image and our embellishments. So I'll be back. Okay, crafty friends, so at this point I'm pretty much happy with the way the background is starting to look. I've now sprayed all my colors, and now I'm just going to heat set, and everything is going to be sealed. Go over it with one more layer of my multi-medium gel, and then I'm going to adhere the face and the embellishments. So I'll be back once I've got all of that done. Hello crafty peeps, itza-thoughts here, and I'm back with the final project. And again, this is the project that I was doing using the Stampendous cling stamp, and this stamp is called Cling Blossom Beauty. Okay, so this is my final project. I have to admit it was a little bit challenging for me in particular, because I am rather used to sketching out my own faces and altering the faces here and there where needed as I'm coloring along. And I guess the most challenging part for me was that using a stamp, I used archival ink, and there's no way that you can erase some of the marks, you know, when you're coloring and stuff like that. But I think that's the biggest challenge for me. Aside from that, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun coloring her and using the stamp flowers. And this is what I came up with. I think she came out great. I am loving the background. She has a lot of flowers in her hair. And a lot of the flowers are from this flower stamp that I colored and just cut apart and randomly adhered to her head, and filled in the gaps with just some silk leaves, some meadow flowers, some wild orchid craft flowers to fill in the gaps here and there. I added a little bit of bling here and there, and I think she came out great. Her body was created using silk flowers, and kind of made it look like she's wearing a leaf poncho, sort of. And then I gave her some metal filigrees here and a little bit of bling, and that's it. The process was relatively simple. It was just, like I said, a little challenging for me, because normally when I create pieces of art like this, they're being created as I'm going along, and this one was more of a done deal where I forced myself to use what was in front of me rather than to create it as I go along like I normally do. But it can be done, and I'm pretty sure many of you are going to want to buy this stamp because it's just beautiful and really easy. Really easy. All you have to do is color her in and add all the beautiful embellishments to her. I'm really happy with the way she came out. I like the background. You can see a lot of the sparkle there. A lot of the wonderful Lindy Stampgant color sprays really pop out. The blues and some of the purples and oranges pop out. And I must say, I am really happy with the way she came out. Well, there you have it, guys. For those of us who don't really know how to draw and would like to still be able to create beautiful art like this, using stamps and stencils is a great way to go. And if you guys have any comments or any questions, please feel free to leave them, and I'll get back to you all as soon as I can. Till next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.